Hello, everyone. Welcome to G Game Nights presents Wonderworld Corellian Origins. I am your host, Ryan. With me, we have several wonderful players. Alex playing Lambast, Savannah playing Olivia, and Fantasia, and Sean playing Rose, aka Recall. There's lots of names there. Welcome to this night. Thank you for hanging with us. Had a couple last minute kind of switcheroos, and so thank you to the players in this game who have been very flexible with that, and thank you to you, the viewers who are viewing. So, wanted to quickly do a brief announcement or two. One is this Saturday. We have the continuation of Lords of Misrule at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Swing by to check out the happenings there because judging by live reactions, there are many happenings. And we also have a new episode of Cyberscape coming out next week, which has a guest editor on it. So that should be interesting, seeing how that goes. And for all our just kind of like a general GGK news, please go to ggk.smvi.co. That's GGK. SMVI, like smack my vague insect .co. All right, no M, just a co. We don't need the M. Check it out. It's got links to all of our shows, past and present, whether they're on YouTube or Twitch or podcasts. So those are all the announcements that I have. As always, just follow the channel and everything to get notifications for when we're going to do lots of video games things, because our video games things are a little bit less structured for the most part. We just kind of like play when we can. So jump on and have some fun with us. But that brings us to tonight. And tonight is the very last Wonderworld game that I'm gonna run. So fun times, y'all. What happened last time? Do I have any volunteers?
I can volunteer, given that it was a lot of my doing. I'm just pulling up my notes. I don't think I took good notes last time. I could literally read my notes right now, but they just start with Spectra as Bay, and I don't think that really helps anyone. Let's see. We had a lot of, I think it was mostly teen drama, more than anything else. A lot of falling out from the events that took place at the can't remember the name, the Senate meeting. Trying to think. We have a new in Valentine's Day. We have a new budding romance between Ian and Olivia. The crew decided to hang out at the base for the evening. Rose brought a +1 who was invisible, brought along Spectra to without the party knowing. Gentry got a little bit clingy. That's not the right word. And then we had intrusive. I think that works. I forgot about the prison break. That was probably important too. We stopped at prison break at the beginning of the episode. Everything after the halfway point, everything before the halfway point just got left out of my notes. But anyway, we stopped at prison break and met our old friend Dozer again and Hell Scream.
DJ Hellmouth.
Yeah, that works.
AKA Bobby.
AKA Bobby Bannon. Rose took him to be recruited by by Micron and the others. But anyway, then we had the infiltration, the movie night, Gentry getting a little bit intrusive, Rose bringing Spectra into the base invisibly. Lucas was Rose brought Lucas out of the base to hopefully help with Micron being ill or sick or something. At which point, Spectra revealed that she had mind control powers and had Lucas under her control. And Rose was like, "What?" And I think that's where it left off.
Yeah, it was pretty much. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's more appropriate music, but we lost all our music recently.
Rip.
So I also lost a lot of the sound effects that I want. Like we lost our fabled helicopter noise. No. Don't know what we're gonna do about that. We'll just go with this music for now. We'll just do it. So we're gonna pick back up briefly, or at least evenly, with Rose, who is at the headquarters for what was the group called again? Looking.
The Evil League of Evil. I don't know that it ever gotten a name on stream.
Yeah.
We did, but y'all didn't. Y'all didn't know of this for sure. But Rose knows that this is the hideout for the Breakfast Club.
Right.
Yeah.
So, so Lucas is standing there, dazed. Spectra just shushed him and kind of regards you for a moment, maybe a little bit unsure how you're going to react to this.
I kind of like take a step back, like away from this ish. What's going on?
Now this isn't the way that I would have preferred for this all to come out, but circumstances outside of my control. I'm kind of forcing my hand here a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to freak you out or anything.
Okay, because this is all coming across a little bit like this was some sort of evil master plan that you didn't tell me about, and that I'm, and that I'm not really a part of this team, and there are a lot of things going on right now that I. Okay, so you can control minds?
I can kind of guide them. It comes off a little bit control-y, I guess. But look, I
told
don't.
him to shush, and he did, and now he's kind of not moving. Lucas, you still there, buddy?
Lucas just kind of like stares blankly.
Yeah, that kind of seems like mind control.
Okay, so look, okay. Lots of things going on right now. Let's catch you up to speed real quick. I don't want you to feel like you're not a part of this team. I'm not able to talk about everything.
It's a great start to a relationship, kind of keeping things secret, controlling my friend's mind without telling me, and kind of, again, the smile and the look right after you did that kind of gave me the impression that this was all part of some big master plan that I wasn't being made aware of. And if that's the case, I don't know if I'm entirely comfortable with that.
I can see that. It's a lot. It's a lot up front. It is. So, let me try to catch you up real quick.
Okay. Is Micron actually sick?
Yes.
Okay. And you still need Lucas to fix him.
If you can, yes.
All right. All right, just tell me what's going on then.
So, I'm just gonna kind of not beat around the bush, and let's not pretend like we know things that the other let's just leave all that on the table. I know that you're talking to people that have been to or are existing in the future.
Okay.
One of them has also contacted me. So,
okay. Putting two and two together there, I'm guessing. Crap, name. What was it? Started with Zabumafu. I'm not good. It starts with Z. I honestly don't remember the name, but I know who you're talking about, and that we've been told this person's evil and that they're
Zeitgeist.
That's it. Okay.
And I know that you've been talking to somebody too.
Yeah, I already told you. I mean, you know about her.
What I don't think that you get is that what Zeitgeist and Attorney are doing by meddling. They're threatening, intentionally or not, to splinter reality in some sort of quantum clusterfuck.
All right, those are a lot of real big words you just threw at me, but I kind of get the gist. So you're trying to stop both of them. You're not working for.
It's complicated. I'm not working for either of them. I am working to preserve this reality. By them coming back and like talking to everybody and trying to fiddle around with things, they threaten to break reality and splinter it off. I'm trying to keep the train on the tracks. Okay? Things are supposed to go a certain way. And they're messing it up, Rose. They're messing it up.
Well, how do you know that you're doing it right? I mean, Eternium. I mean, she's the one that Irma. I mean, she's the one that told us that they were trying to fix things. So you think that she's been lying to us, and that
I think they're making it worse.
Okay.
So, when they showed up, there's a lot of things I can't like lie to you and say that I understand all of them. Like Micron was able to help me parse out a lot of these and showing me like these probability vectors and everything. There's a lot of things that are supposed to happen. And some things are immaterial. I know you know about the butterfly effect. Not all butterflies matter, but some really, really do. Some that you would expect and some that you wouldn't. Like little things. Beacon City was only ever supposed to have one fireworks factory, for example. That doesn't seem like it would matter, but it really, really matters.
Okay.
You all were not always supposed to find your little extra dimensional hideout, but you were all too comfortable in this school, so I had to fix that.
Okay, so you took our stuff. I mean, you took our stuff in order to push us somewhere that we weren't going to go otherwise. I mean, that sounds like you're meddling more than they were.
Let me ask you a question. Think back to just this year. Do you remember homecoming?
Yeah.
Do you remember both homecomings?
No.
I don't believe you. I think you remember one homecoming where there was a hellmouth and another homecoming where there was a fire. Already, reality is kind of splitting and messing itself up. I know it probably feels like a dream because that's what it feels like for me.
Wait, that was... So wait, you're saying that we... I thought it was just an administrative thing that we ended up with 2 homecomings for some reason. I didn't know that was actually like time getting messed up. Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure that was time getting messed up.
It's a lot to take in. It kind of feels like somebody's just retconning something that wasn't supposed to happen and trying to make a complicated explanation for it. But I'm going to go along with you on this one.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. But there was a lot of things that were supposed to happen that because between me and Micron, he's been able to figure out the things that need to be adjusted, and I've been able to adjust them. Like, I mentioned the fireworks factory, y'all finding your hideout, like little things of what started the team of.
Okay, so
Ian kind of getting into like.
Ian, what?
His family was supposed to be out of the picture, and that's what drove him to become Lambast, and he needed to become Lambast, and he needed that spark, and it wasn't gonna happen.
So you're saying that you killed Ian's family?
I didn't. I just put time back on the tracks.
Well, what was wrong with it being off the tracks? I mean, you're telling me that... Listen, I know I'm not the closest with Ian, but I know a little bit, and I see the brooding and the stuff. I mean, he wouldn't have to be like that. I mean, yeah, he wouldn't be maybe he wouldn't be Lambast, but
he has to be. He has to be.
Why?
Because this whole thing falls apart if he isn't.
So if I told you that I didn't want to be Recall anymore, that I'm done with this, that this is all way too much for me, are you going to kill my aunt?
Rose, no.
Are you going to kill my friends? Are you going to mind control me to make me do that?
No, they were supposed to die. I didn't
Says
just
who?
arbitrary, because it happened.
How do you know?
That was what was shown to me.
By who? How can you trust what they're saying? Maybe you're just somebody else's puppet. Maybe somebody is doing to you exactly what you just did to me.
Maybe I am a puppet, but I am a puppet of fate. I am making things go the way that they're supposed to go. I'm not doing this because I have, like, it's not about me putting my stamp on anything. It's about the universe, the reality as you and I know it. It's going to fracture and break if these certain things don't go on. Time travel is messed up, and it's been pushing against our reality, and it's been trying to tear it apart, and I've been fighting to hold it together, and despite my best efforts, it still continues to fall apart. For example, he shouldn't still be here. Gesturing to Lucas.
Why?
He was supposed to just do something with his ship and then just be gone. But I don't know what happened, but the rest of the group went with him and he was able to make it back. He wasn't ever supposed to make it back. What's happened is that you all brought some sort of tech from another dimension that brought another extra dimensional creature to this plane, which is messing up Micron, and the timeline is it's gonna all fall apart if we don't fix this.
So what fixes it? Who else has to die to fix this?
I'm not saying he has to die. He just doesn't, he needs to not be here. And everything that came in because he's here needs to also not be here.
And then what? The problem is this is already happening. You're not going to be able to fix it. It's done.
It's not done. It can't be done. If it's done, everything is lost.
No, it's just different. It doesn't have to be the end. I mean, we'll keep fighting like we have been, and maybe the future won't be exactly what it was, but it'll be what we make it.
I'm trying to make it.
You're trying to make it something that you think it's supposed to be by killing people.
The only people who have died were people who have already died. They were supposed to die.
I just can't believe that.
Well, you need to get with the program because more people are supposed to die.
Like who?
Olivia is supposed to be dead, Rose.
What?
We went over the math together, Micron and I. She was supposed to be dead before now. And as I said before, not everything matters, not every butterfly matters, but her dying, that's a big fucking butterfly. No, I don't know. I don't know how to make that happen right now.
This is a lot to take in. And I don't really know how I feel about all this.
I know. I really didn't want you to find out like this. I didn't want you to find out at all. This is messing my head up knowing about all of this. But Micron getting sick by this thing that was never supposed to be here. I need your help.
No more lies.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to think about this, but I don't know. I need some space.
She visibly deflates a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
Is there a place like in this hideout where I can just like go and just be alone for a while?
Sure. You can go to the roof or the anywhere. I mean, you are in particular not limited by things.
Okay. All right.
Before you go, she said, I want to give you space and I want to give you time, but we don't have a lot. So process quick, if you can.
Okay. What are you doing with Lucas right now then?
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait here and I'm trying to get a second opinion.
If he's gone for too long, they're gonna come looking for him.
Okay. I'll figure something out.
All right.
So you get to go to a brooding corner?
Yeah, I go somewhere. This is tough because Micron is allegedly sick, but I don't know whether that's true or not. So, and I don't know where Micron normally is. Like, I can't go to where I normally see him or know where she's keeping him.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. I'll say that, there's like a computer area where you could be able to see like where he would normally be kind of there and also part of the computers themselves at different times, and you wouldn't be able to see him there, but there's not like his favorite lazy boy in the corner or anything.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this analog. I'm going to go brood for a while. Okay. I'm going to keep my power negation field up just enough to encompass like me.
Okay.
So I feel confident that, and I'm going to try to keep it up as long as I can because I'm not sure if Spectre is going to try to mind control me.
You could try piercing the mask if that works.
That actually might be a good idea. Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll roll to pierce the mask because I think I do want to try to assess something from what our conversation. So let's roll plus mundane. All right. Yikes. That's a potential. It's a 5.
It's a 5. Okay.
I don't get to ask anything.
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's fine. That probably is more true to character right now, anyway. So, what I want to do then is I'm going for a walk. I try to find a small piece of paper, and I just write a little note on it. Again, as if I am certain that there are no like cameras or anything where I'm at. I don't know how much tech is in this place or what the layout is.
Okay, I mean, you would know the layout well enough to get to a place where you will feel private.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna write a little note on it. I'll type it up and send it to you. And it'll. But I'm just typing that up. I'm putting in my pocket right now.
Okay. All right. Then we're gonna bounce back to the sanctuary. With Olivia and Olivia and Ian, or Fantasia and Lambast. Let's see. This music feels inappropriate, but we'll go for it anyway.
We don't know anything's up.
You don't know. You're fine. Ding, 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 ding. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna watch some more Bill and Ted's Excellent Dirt.
I don't know. You want to watch the Butterfly Effect?
No, not really.
No.
But trying to think where we just left off, because it hasn't been very long since.
I think with Gentry yelling at us.
Yeah.
I think there was a Gentry fight, and then the two of you were trying to get on the same page and not doing a super great job.
Oh, that's right.
So you're Olivia in particular, you're not super thrilled with Ian right now.
When am I ever?
I think Ian, you're as always mostly confused with what's going on. So do we want to have a different scene than just like the kind of the central room? Do you want to have moved someplace else?
I think I went to like the training room to like
cool.
throw some things
bash
around.
things.
Yeah, like hit some things.
Cool.
I don't get to play with my super strength that much, so.
Yep. All right, so we'll do this music. We don't have to do battle music. I want to do something similar.
But it's so cool. I'm probably in there like
We'll go
throwing
back to
stuff
Crypto.
around and then like maybe throwing psychic lances at a target.
Yeah. Thum, 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 thum.
I think after a bit, not too long, but Ian is going to, enter the training area and just kind of watch from the doorway, not, call out or anything, because I think he's at least managing to pick up. She's not super happy to see him right now, but
Well, I look very cool and I'm doing a very good job. So
yes, he's so proud of your super strength. Is holding back from going in and lifting the heavier weights and things like that. Gosh. Yeah, I think it's just watching for a while. I think when it switches to the psychic lances, if there are any like training dummies that are like humanoid in shape that she's throwing them at, I think then he might. Is that helping?
usually does. What?
I don't know, I just, obviously I wasn't thinking what I was saying, and I'm sorry for that, but, I want to make sure we're good. I want to try and get everyone good again, but,
Good luck.
yeah, well, Gentry has left the building, Rose is gone, Lucas is gone too.
Great. What did we do to Lucas?
I don't know.
Well,
But-
I'm sure he's gonna come back and yell at me for something. Everybody else is.
Lucas wouldn't do that. But didn't Rose say something about going to see Lucas? I'm trying to remember. Did she?
I don't remember what you said.
I think I just went to my room.
I feel like they just ducked out. I don't think that they announced their exit.
Well, it says Rose. My notes say Rose calls Lucas away from us, so we may have just heard that, but we didn't.
Yeah, you would know. I guess you would know that they're together, but not necessarily that they left together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
but it's fair to make that logical jump.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe Lucas went with Rose. I don't know what those two would be getting up to, but I mean,
I don't know. It's not like Rose would tell us anything if we asked anyway.
Yeah, well, been thinking about that. Might be time to go try and, knock some sense into her. And I was thinking, this isn't a functionality we've ever really used with our supercomputer because it's creepy as hell. But we all plugged in our phones for communications, and unless she's more paranoid than I thought, we should be able to track her down using her cell. Find out where she is, go talk to her.
I mean, I could just check Snapchat. She's probably got her location on.
I mean, yeah, that too. But if that's something you want to do, or if not, I'm planning to go find Rose, talk to her.
Why?
Because it's obvious that this is not a good place for all of us to be in, but you two especially.
Rose is an adult and she's gonna do what she wants to do.
She's 16. That's like the most unadult age you can be.
She's 17.
Right, she got held back. But yeah, still.
She's basically an adult, but I mean, she's been running around on her own for long enough that she can take care of herself, and...
Or maybe that's just it. Maybe we've been letting her run around on her own too much, not showing...
Have you ever tried to stop her? If Rose wanted me around, she'd ask me to be around. She's always been like that, and... she hates it when I push too hard, so I'm not going to.
Well, I don't know. I understand that, but I still think, I at least have some things I want to say to her. So again, I'm gonna go try and track her down. You're welcome to come with, or keep hitting dummies, imagining. Sounds like all of our faces on them.
I don't know, I would, but I'm afraid me being there will make things worse.
Well, maybe you come with, but wait in the car.
That sounds like way more fun than what I'm doing right now.
It just, if I manage to figure out, then maybe it wouldn't be terrible for you to show up. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's a thought, and everyone's in a weird space right now, but this feels like something that I can actually do about it.
Okay. I'll go. I'm not going to be happy about it.
Wasn't expecting you to. So, I think Ian is going to head back up to the main room, the central computer, and kind of back tracing our communication system, see if I can get a GPS signal for Rose.
I checked Snapchat to see if after the last update she remembered to turn her location back off. Did you?
Yeah, answer that question, and if your phone is still on.
My phone is definitely still on. I don't have anything. You think I'd have any reason to have turned, unless it was protocol or they were asking me to turn it off every time I came in. But they gave me a new phone, so
it's funny. I can imagine like Rose's phone's like geocache data is like super confusing to people who have just kind of throwing off every metric. Just like, this doesn't compute.
Imagine it says I'm in Switzerland right now or something.
Yeah. Okay, so a few things happen. What's the best way to visualize this? So, I think so. We'll say for Olivia, you actually do get a location. Where is the hideout near? Where the Breakfast Club's hideout? What is that near? Because it wouldn't be like a. Think about that while I describe some things for Alex as he's looking. Because I think what Olivia gets is just kind of like a block of where you're at. Ian, as he searches, he notices that the signals are acting very, very strange. What's the best way to show this? Actually, I think we can't really do this from Ian's perspective. I think just Ian gets like a bad feeling. Like, I got a bad feeling about this. And then like we pan to look at the cell phone towers like in the city. And there's this like creeping techno-organic filaments that are crawling up the towers.
Oh, good. We'll see that it's just like, well, of course, all our tech people. I guess just Lucas is gone. Olivia, any luck?
I think, or let me give you something, Ian. I think like you find the signal, but it kind of like on like the map, it just kind of like bleeds out and like spreads out. Like if this was like a some sort of like cheese like sonar thing, it's just like instead of just a blip, it'd be like and like just like bleeding like soap on water, basically. Just like make all these strange shapes and patterns. It's very strange. You don't know what's happening. Like the signal seems to be like warping as you're looking at it.
Okay, but does it at least give me a general region, or does it just look like this is all across the city?
It seems like it's all across the city, but I think like, yeah. Well, from your perspective, her specific IP address is being like caught up in a wave that's kind of like rolling over the city in a like a whirlpool almost. So it like you can't pinpoint her, which is like nuts. But like the weirder part is the way it's presenting itself. That's more distressing to you than the fact that you can't find Rose.
Okay. Olivia, we may have something happening in the city.
When do we not?
Yeah, well, went to check the cell signals and, it's not sure what it means, but this clearly isn't what it's supposed to look like. I don't think it's a glitch with our system.
No. I mean, I got like a block, but we might just have to look.
Yeah, well, better than this mess.
This is starting to sound a lot like work.
And the block, if you were asking me where that is, I think it's just smack in the middle of downtown. Okay. If you want me to give an actual location of what I'm thinking for the base, I'll go ahead and let you go ahead and say that. But I don't know.
Say whatever you think is important.
I was thinking it's the same block where we stopped that apartment building from burning, or the apartment building that got about halfway burned down before.
Love it. Well, Pywa was.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucas did his super not weird human ladder.
The slide with the centipede slide.
Yeah, Senta slide. Yeah.
Jeez, that was so nasty.
Excellent. So, Rose, What are you doing? You're writing a note onto just paper?
Just a small piece of paper, and I stuck it in my pocket.
Okay. Your phone kind of begins to vibrate.
I take it out of my pocket.
And when you look at it, you see what looks like a distorted version of like Micron's techno-organic form begin to kind of like grow out of it. And as you're kind of looking at it, it snaps at you.
I just drop it on the ground.
And it bounces there and then starts like spindly legs crawl, like spurt out of it, and it starts to crawl at you.
I see if I can get it in my power negation field.
It doesn't work.
Okay, then I run away from it.
It slows it down, but it doesn't work because
I run away from it.
Driving this thing is not just power, or not just like 8 power. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I run away and I go, Spectra.
Okay, and you hear a scream downstairs as like it sounds like the arcades and the like come to life and begin to chomp and like tear up the billiard room and everything, of which there is one existing.
Yeah. If I find her in some place, I just go, what's going on? My phone just tried to eat me.
I mean, you say like, what's going on? But there's like this massive like Miss Pac-Man arcade that just kind of like grows a big set of jaws and just like launches out at you.
I just teleport the other side of the room away from it.
Okay, well, as you teleport away, and it snaps its jaws where you once were, and cuts a table in half in the process. To remind you, as these machines are coming alive in your room, Olivia and Ian, you're also beginning to hear reports of just trouble in downtown and like attacks going on. To remind Rose about the situation, you have both Lucas and Bobby kind of in mostly not comatose, but in kind of just, they're both laid out, not really doing anything. So they're within your sphere of concerns. Okay. So I'm gonna go to Ian and Olivia. What do the two of you do?
We can see if we can figure out what this is, or we can go get Rose, maybe see if she has Lucas, get more backup.
I don't think I know enough about computers to be able to figure this out.
Yeah, we need to go get those two.
Downtown then. We can take my car.
I forgot that y'all are gonna have to drive. Oh man.
I mean, we could superpower our way there.
Oh yeah, you got super speed. Both of you are super fast. You still want to take your car? Both of you are super fast.
You want to just run it?
Yeah, probably get there faster and won't have to worry about
traffic,
ruining your car or traffic.
Are you sure? Because I loved the visual of the two of you in your car and your superhero.
I just remember like Flash in a like Toyota Sereno or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's even a Toyota car.
We'll just run it.
The Kia Serrano.
Yeah.
But sure, now it's Toyota.
Kia, yep. Yeah. They
it's a
got
Kia
that out.
Sorrento? The Serrano is definitely a pepper.
No. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I thought it was Toronto. But anyway.
No.
Yeah. I pronounced Toronto incorrectly, and I applied it to the wrong automobile manufacturer. My bad.
Like a pepper.
All right, so you both of you hoof it down. what does it look like as you're running through the streets together, or on the sidewalks, or what? Any cool things that you do along the way? Do you like run up building sides?
I imagine by now we kind of have a super parkour route to downtown mapped out. So there's a lot of, in Lambast's case, leaping buildings in maybe not a single bound, but a couple bounds.
Love it. Yeah.
I actually have super speed, so
yeah.
I do the fast running thing.
So like while Lambast kind of like does the shortest distance between 2 points to try to keep up, like you just can take the long way, but you're still faster than Lambast somehow. Like newspapers flying up in the street as you run by. I think like a couple like windows even just like shatter. Like they don't fall out, but they just like crack as you the speed and force as you run by. And you come down to a scene in downtown where it seems that things are coming alive. There is a Kia Sorrento that has been turned in some sort of peppery monster before you, and that kind of like stands up to a full 10 feet tall and is like just kind of throwing things around, pushing over this hot dog stand, that sort of thing. You see people screaming as like their phones in their pockets come alive and begin to gnaw at them, and they kind of throw them away. You see phones like jumping around like little like living mouse traps a little bit, and some of them actually Katamari style bundled together to make like larger entities, and it's just chaos running amok in the streets. We'll let you think about that for a second while we go back to Rose. Rose, what do you do?
Have I seen Spectre yet?
Yeah, she seems caught off guard by what's going on.
Is this Micron?
I think so.
Okay, so we need to get him out of here or stop this somehow. Where is he?
I don't know. And she kind of is backing away from like the menacing arcades that are kind of like
And I'm just as soon as I'm just teleporting around the room having this conversation as thinking and not.
Are you
like
teleporting her around too, or she's having to like mundanely hoof it around?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna grab her and I'm gonna just very quickly try to get everyone like onto the roof or something like that.
So bleep blop bloop.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to get everyone.
And I think I'm having this conversation with her as like I'm peering, like saying something and teleporting down, teleporting back up with Lucas, and then teleporting down, teleporting back up with Bobby.
She's like, I don't know where he is. That his power doesn't manifest like that. He doesn't really have a self so much as anymore as he's just kind of wherever he can touch. And this whole Galagon thing has messed him up something that I don't even understand.
Okay, so there's no central point, nowhere that we can get to the core of Miguel.
No, but maybe that's okay, because maybe any point is just as good.
Okay, do you know a way we can stop this? Or can you snap Lucas out of this and get him working on it?
I can snap him out of it. Can he help with this?
Yeah, well, he's helped with stuff like this before, so I think he can.
Okay. I'm assuming you're on a roof right now, so it's not like you're about to. I'm not sure what energy level I'm supposed to have right now.
Yeah, we're on a roof.
She's like, yeah, and like, and Lucas is like, hello, Ross.
Luke, I need you to focus for a second, Lucas.
Where's the space toilet?
Okay, we just need to just focus on me for just a second. There's some technology. Well, here, look at this. I just walk over the edge of the roof and I look down. I just point down at, like the cars that are attacking people and stuff. I say, "You see that?"
Yes. His eyes just go wide.
Can you do something about that? We think it's some sort of technology. Something is causing this, and we need to isolate it or track it back to its source or something.
I can try. And Lucas, or we're going to pan down to the street below as the two, Olivia and Ian, you arrive at the scene. And like a massive techno dragon begins to form in the middle of the street as this kind of amalgam of all these items. You see a part of it. You see cell phones. You see cars. You also see. It seems to be mostly comprised of a casino that is absorbed, and there's lots of like roulette tables and like the change machine. I forget what those are called, but like off the top of my head. But like it's like pulled together in this massive serpent that is kind of breathing this electric fire, and it seems to. No, it doesn't seem to like train its eyes on you exactly, but it just breathes out a gout of this electricity that like lands into like this adjacent building, sends these lightning bolts coursing up, scoring black marks into it as the windows burst out, shattering the street in a rain of glass. What do the two of you do?
I think I'm just gonna call Rose.
Yeah, do that. While you do that, I guess I'm gonna go fight a dragon. Gonna go punch a dragon.
I'll be right behind you.
Do you want to punch a dragon?
Ian is gonna go in and just. I think his idea is just if I punch the parts of this dragon apart, it won't be a dragon anymore.
Fair. That seems
All right.
All right, checks out.
All right. Cool. All right, roll me. We're going to do one roly-poly, and then I think we're going to take a break. So roll me Unleash a Powers to give this the Sakia sock to this Drago.
Okay. That is a 9.
Well done. So, you describe. Do you take a condition, or is this going to be a short-lasting effect?
I think temporary.
Okay, so you kind of race forward, and it like this arm kind of grows out of it, and it's rakes down towards you. You grab the claws with your hands, and like you bear it down the concrete beneath your feet. Starfishes and breaks underneath you, and then you just like shift your weight and you yank with all your might. You pull this arm out of its socket, ripping it free from the dragon. It kind of howls in a metallic scream, and you throw it away. And as you throw it, like what had been holding it together seems to, whatever power holds it together seems to like drop, and it just a scattering of different pieces of technology kind of like clatter across the street behind you, and the dragon kind of like rears back in pain, but it begins to like heave. Its chest kind of heaves, and then like pulling out of an adjacent building, like all these PCs and like computers and calculators begin to like flood out of the windows and begin to kind of be taken up and absorbing into the form itself as its arm begins to slowly regrow. Actually, I said one more roll, but I'm going to give Olivia a chance to do one thing before we take a break. So, Olivia, what do you do?
I'm going to call Rose.
With what?
My phone, maybe.
Rip.
Unless it tries to eat me.
It does.
Okay.
I like the idea of us
Then I gotta
having a
do that.
phone conversation with two phones that are trying to eat us, though.
Yeah, I know. You reach into your pocket and it bites your fingers.
Well, okay. Then I won't do that. Then I'm going to, man, because I know she's down here somewhere in this general area. I would like to try to psychically project kind of like a bat signal,
Love it.
like into the sky.
But what symbol do you choose?
A surfboard.
Surfboard. Okay.
She'll know what it means.
That's my call.
I guess so.
Time to go rip some waves.
She'll know what it means.
Perfect.
But it's pink and sparkly because I made it.
All right, a pink and sparkly surfboard silhouette gleams in the sky. Go ahead and roll me. You're gonna succeed on this, but roll me unleash your powers to see if we can get some extra stuff out of this.
Okay. It's an 8.
Okay, so we're just gonna say that it just exceeds the light, or the sky kind of lights up briefly with this kind of like pink and sparkly glow as this surfboard just gleams out across the horizon. Rose, you're kind of taken back really for a second because with the brightness of it, that kind of cuts through the general city haze. And you know that must be Olivia, I guess.
Oh shit. Well, they're here.
And I think the surfboard is like it's there in the sky and kind of, and then it goes down into a street like a block away, like on the other side of the buildings.
Okay.
Sparkles come up as the surfboard lands.
Does Spectra have any reaction to this?
She's just kind of freaked out, just in general. I think Lucas probably should be doing something. Did he bring his ship? Did you ask him to?
I don't think I asked him to.
Okay. Okay. He just like looks at you real quick. He's like, I need some place to work.
Do you want to go back to the base, or do you want me to take you to the, I don't know, like the power plant, or do you just want to go downstairs? Just tell me where you want to go. I can take you there.
I will need power. So yes, the power plant.
Okay. And I just take him as close as I can remember to where the the electric grid is.
Bloop, bloop.
And as I drop him off there, hang there for a second, and I say, I hope I get to explain stuff later to you. And I slap the piece of paper.
I trust you.
I quickly do like a pulse of the power negation. I'm trying to like break the hold that Spectra might have on him. If that's possible with my power negation.
You do the power negation. And it doesn't seem to have any effect on him currently. Okay. Partly because I think of his alien nature, like that he doesn't like just turn into a puddle on the ground.
Yeah. I'm specifically trying to, I mean, I guess I just negate all of it, but
I will say, like when you saw when Spectra like woke him up, you didn't see the glow on him, and you still don't see a glow on him.
Okay.
So, you don't know if that doesn't mean it doesn't exist somewhere, I guess, but like you haven't seen any evidence that it's still active, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Then I just I put the piece of paper into his hand, and I just say, find the others as soon as you're done here. Stay away from me. And I teleport back to the roof.
All right. Thank you. Like we'll close out, or we'll take a break right after we're looking at just Lucas kind of like holding the note as suddenly kind of in the dark by himself when this like massive power plant frame behind him. He's like, just kind of tucks it in himself, and just kind of like begins to like run back to run towards the power plant, just like as the little jelly boy makes his way over there. So we're going to take a break here. Thank you all for hanging out with us so far. We're going to continue shortly. And we'll finish out this little chapter of Wonderworld Origins. Thank you. We'll see you very soon. Good luck and good night, Internet. My name is Ryan, and I'm bringing you back into this game, the group of us together, as we are in a bit of a snafu-fuffle in the downtown Beacon City. We've got Robotronic centipedes making a mess down there. So,
I think you broke Sean and Savvy with that intro.
I finally got him to say goodnight, Internet, and it was in the middle of the dang game.
I know what I'm doing.
Going on right now that I don't understand.
I know what I'm doing. Audience, some of these jokes are just for me. Actually, I would say probably the lion's share of the jokes are just for me.
As long as somebody's having fun.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I just like to troll. So last we left off, Lucas was dropped off at the power plant. Ian is trying to 1v1 the Robo Dragon in the center of the city. Olivia made a surfboard bat signal in the middle of the sky to alert Rose of their location. And Rose, after dropping Lucas off, is on the rooftop with Spectra at the moment.
I've made a brief pit stop to get in costume.
Okay. Beep, beep. Who did you dress up like? Because you have more than one alter ego.
No, I'm definitely
not as Recall?
No, I'm definitely Drift right now.
Okay. So, all right, so let's go back to Ian and Olivia right now, as Ian is embattled with the Robo Centipede. Robopede? I want to come up with a good one. Cyberpede. Olivia, you've just sent your signal, and it's kind of come down in rain and sparkling pink, like rain that's kind of like drifting down from the sky. Confident that if Rose is nearby, that she's seen the signal. What do you do?
I'm gonna go try to help Ian, I guess.
Oh, okay. What do you do?
Best use of my time. I would like to try to conjure up some psychic projectiles of some sort and try to fire them towards the joints of the thing to see if we can try to bust it apart.
Okay, what kind of projectiles?
Well, I guess I was doing lances earlier, so I'll just keep doing that.
Okay.
Like spears
or
something.
Send off some psychic lance basses towards the joints of the Cyberpede. Go ahead and roll me unleash your powers.
6.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that for the most, there's no team points for this fight, but that doesn't mean I will let Ian, you have a chance. You see this volley of psychic lances that are lancing through the sky, and but you can tell that they're off target. Can you think of something to help and use this to your advantage?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do, because, even in this short time, Lambast has realized he's not going to be able to put this thing down on his own, most likely, but can definitely get it off balance. So is going to, attempt to punch it into the path of the projectiles.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to have directly engage a threat. Is that this system, or is that another system?
Yes.
That is a system. Cool. Yep.
That is a 7.
Perfect. Let's see. So that means, you pick one.
Creating an opportunity for my allies.
All right, excellent. So you're gonna slam yourself into the Cyberpede, and as you do, have you seen Akira?
Mm-hmm.
So you slam into it, and as you do, things start to grow over you and pull you in to the form of the Cyberpede. But the momentum that you carried pushes it right into the trajectory of the lances, and they all like slam into its one of its hip bones that stick in deep and make all these explosions cascade across the spine of this thing, and it screeches. But Lambast, you are stuck currently within the form. Let's go to Rose real quick. What are you gonna do? Rosie?
Okay, so I'm teleported back on the roof with Spectre right now in costume. I don't have my hood up yet, but I would look at her and say, "All right, you need to snap out of this. What are we doing? What's going on?"
Well, until Jelly Boy comes up with a solution, we've got to slow down this growth any way we can.
All right. Well, my team is over that way trying to, I guess, I'm hearing some roaring or something. I don't know what's going on, but we can go try to help them out.
Okay. I don't know what I can do, but I will do what I can.
All right. Well, okay. And I just pull on my hood and I teleport over to the rooftop close to where I saw the surfboard come down.
And she kind of like puts on I feel like she has like the like the big like chunky sunglasses, like the people that just have like their eyes done, like they wear something like that. Mm-hmm. She wears that, but it's like a see-through red plastic or something like that, or pink plastic, and like looks kind of like cool and punky. And I'm trying to think, what else is she wearing? She's still wearing her bomber jacket, I think. But her I think what she does to obscure her appearance is as she goes, her skin begins to kind of like sparkle and glow and kind of obscures like her features a little bit with this just kind of this sheen that is like reflective and shining. But she goes with you, and you both arrive at the alley a blink later to see Lambast being pulled into the form of the Cyberpede and Olivia standing amidst a wreckage like down the street. What do you do?
Well, shit. I'm gonna go help out with that, and you do what you can.
She nods.
I'm going to teleport, I think, off of the roof and onto the things back, and I think I'm just gonna do my kind of usual thing. I'm gonna take some teleport like around it and start like appearing like encircling it, teleporting kind of back and forth. And I'm taking some strikes at it, but not really to damage, but more so just to get its attention and start.
Sounds like a provoke someone roll.
Yes. Superior. That's a 13.
Okay. So 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. What is that?
I want them to lose focus on Ian and on Lambast, and hopefully give him an opportunity to escape or get dropped, or because he's been kind of absorbed. Hopefully giving him an opportunity to escape.
I think, yeah. So what that happened as this, you pop around this Cyberpede, and it's snapping at you and chewing out large chunks of the buildings that you're like teleporting near. It's just like ripping them out and like sending the pieces out in the street. And you like you feel like the kind of grip loosening on you, and you quickly wrench yourself free and like do like a backflip back into the street below as Rose is distracting it. We're gonna go to after you wrench yourself free. We're gonna go to Olivia next. What do you do? You see Rose blinking around the street.
But she doesn't know it's me.
Oh, you don't actually. Yeah. You don't know it's her, but you do. You might recognize the power set.
Or I'm just super fast. And the costume I should wear should specify. You're seeing somebody in a white hood, or like an off-white hoodie, and like leggings, but with this like blue infused kind of like neon stripe that runs through it and like down the sleeves and the pants, and also wielding a katana. Or like, no, a shorter katana. What am I trying to say?
I think I know it's
Wazakashi?
Rose.
Yeah, Wazakashi. But you don't know it's Rose.
Okay.
We'll roll a pierce the mask. We'll see if you can guess. We'll just interpret this as like you see through it, because
I'd like to roll my Mary Contrary move if she tries to pierce my mask.
Oh, what's the
rolled a
American?
9.
If someone tries to pierce your mask, blah 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 blah, I can interfere. I get to roll plus superior on a hit. They take a -2 to their roll.
Oh, but you're really good at that.
-2 won't affect her roll.
Okay. Well, on a miss, they get a 10+ no matter what they rolled, so it could have affected it. There we go. Never mind then.
Okay, so I'm just gonna interpret this. Let's see. Let me look at Pierce Max. What do you intend?
Well, if I roll a 10+, I get influence over them, because so can I roll?
Okay, yeah, go for it. Go for it anyway. Yep.
I got a 9, so never mind.
Okay, so, I think you suspect. I don't want you to. I don't think you're like 100% sure, but like, you do get a feeling. You're suspicious. Is that hard to play? I don't know.
No.
Okay. I feel like you have a lot of the pieces, and probably whatever happens next could like solidify it in your mind. But
I mean, it is something that looks like they're teleporting around carrying a sword. So
is someone teleporting around?
You
with
have
the same,
literally done this before.
Was someone the same build, and also like you signaled that something that, you know, it could, like someone wrote in the chat, it could be other people. It's just you don't know of any other teleporters at all. There haven't been any, and for the most part, there hasn't been too many overlaps on powers that you've been aware of in this world. So
You have a katana.
Smaller katana.
Okay, a smaller katana. Okay,
it's a Wazakashi.
Whatever, nerd.
I'm gonna...
Or Wakazashi. I think I got the K and the Z mixed up.
I don't know.
That's why we don't say things. We don't.
It was a Wakazashi. Okay, people online.
I'm gonna use my Nova powers that I have. So I'm gonna roll to charge up my powers so I can have my Nova burn if this thing goes bad. We'll see what happens. Well, I roll bad. On a miss. Hold 2 burn. Great. Mark 3 conditions.
You're good.
I love this. I love this power. It's my favorite one.
Okay.
I have so many now. Okay. So I'm gonna charge up my powers, and hold on to those burns so I can use them.
Do you have any non-conditions right now?
I'm not hopeless.
Okay. All right. So
Everything else.
You begin
I
to
think maybe.
describe what this looks like as you take 2 conditions and charge up to do something. But
3. I take 3.
3 conditions. Yeah.
It's so many. Yeah, I think.
What's happening in you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 16, so a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I already had guilty because of the gentry thing. Thanks, gentry. So I think the combination of like fear, because we're way down on teammates right now, and I think the anger probably also comes from that too, and the insecurity, all of it. But I think we're way down on teammates right now, and so I think Olivia is gonna try to maybe like let down the the barrier that she kind of puts in front of her psychic powers most of the time because they're scary. And I think she kind of starts to, like, I think her eyes go like white and she starts to like glow a little bit. And I think there is like this aura of energy around her that's maybe a little bit out of control.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
I think maybe there's like a moment where the Cyber Drago like kind of like takes notice of this, charging up Super Saiyan in the middle of the street.
And then also seeing not quite Rose is probably not helping the situation.
Yeah. I think as like kind of you're kind of powering up and Rose is darting around, I think what it's going to do is actually get a little nervous and just like peel off down another street, just kind of like this whole gargantuan body just, and as it goes by like the different like the wreckage and rubble in the street kind of like kind of rolls along with it in the momentum, and it begins to run away as it's kind of like flying down the streets, like glass is like shattering and cars are being flown aside. What does Ian do?
Oh gosh. I think is going to run over to Olivia, kind of glance at this new arrival. I don't know if he knows just yet. I don't know if you want me to try and pierce the mask to figure that out or not.
Sure. Yeah.
Do I get to interfere again?
Yes.
Although I do get to add 1 because you are my rival. And actually 2 because I have influence.
Perfect.
So you take a -2 to your roll.
Well, that works out to a 4. So potential.
So 6 minus. Oh yeah. Oh, you already had the +2 from that. Yep. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna say interpret what that. I don't. It's not like Dungeon World where I have to make a hard move on you when you fail, but
I think Ian is just like, okay, this is someone. I'm more concerned about Olivia right now.
Okay. Speaking of which, she is churning and burning in the street. Do you do anything to try? Do you want to like calm her down, or do you want to like see where this goes, or what's going on in your head?
I think just very quickly, do we go after Giant Dragon, or do we look for Rose?
I think I just start going after the dragon.
Okay.
Yep, that works.
And you launch off from the street, and like asphalt or like sprays against the back wall. And you cut this arc, and you just follow like the light contrail after her.
Yep, just quickly asking this new person, "You coming with?" And then just doesn't wait for the answer.
Yeah, because I don't respond, I just teleport away.
Okay. Rose, as they peel off after the Cyber Dragon, what do? You peel away.
I quickly teleport back to Lucas just to check in. How's it going?
He's just like, he's like, it's going all right. Thank you so much for checking in. It makes me feel like my contributions are,
Okay, that's great. Just do it as fast as you can.
Okay, I'm working. Thank you.
I teleport back to the street that I know the dragon was heading down, to hopefully getting in its way. And I'm gonna do something that I never usually do, which is I'm gonna try to like engage it and like running like straight at it from the other end of the street. And at the last second, I kind of jump in the air and then I teleport a little bit higher, and I want to try to stab down into its mech dragon face with this sword.
Ooh, do it. Directly engage a threat.
Okay, I get to use mundane instead of danger for the once per kind of scene with my one of my moves. That's a 10.
Okay, so you rake it's like a shallow cut, but it's a critical strike as it severs this conduit that's kind of like not too unlike a spine, kind of running the length of this dragon. And you sever it, and a big shelving of this, appropriated technology that's kind of, or in like cars and stuff that's kind of, it's been using as plating and armor. It just kind of sloughs off one side and like falls to the ground in a big clang.
That works perfectly because I was going to choose to avoid their blows and create an opportunity. So I think that creates the probably best creates the opportunity for them.
Perfect. Sorry, I should have asked.
No, it's fine. It worked out.
Okay.
I would have interrupted if it hadn't been something that I wanted to.
Okay. All right. So, Olivia, you begin streaking after this thing, and you see this kind of like side of the armor slough off. What do you do?
I'm going to. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use one of my burn to do Reality Storm.
Okay.
Which is cool. You channel a destructive burst with your powers, spend a burn to directly engage a threat using your powers, rolling freak instead of danger.
Alrighty.
Click. 9.
And this is for a which kind of roll is this? Or what move is this?
This is directly engage a threat.
Okay, perfect. So on a hit, get to pick one.
Trying to bring up the thing. I want to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. So I think, let's see. What it's going to do, it kind of like spins around and like coils up and starts launching at you, and you let loose this Nova Blast, this Reality Storm blast that kind of like rains down on it, and it's kind of begins to unravel some whatever it is that's holding it together, and like its massive arm streaks towards you, like clawing at you, and just parts of it just like fall apart, and before it even gets to you, it's just basically like a refrigerator that clunks onto the ground right before your feet, as like all this like various appliances and bits of computer and phones and casino machines, kind of like, and ATMs falls into clatter in this massive column. And it now with half of its armor exposed and one of its limbs off that has fallen off, it seems a little bit off balance as Ian begins to tear down the street. Ian, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to directly engage it, try and put it down if I can.
Okay.
As much as I said I probably wouldn't be able to do that, but I think I need to roll first to see how successful it is before I say what exactly I try to do.
Go for it.
That's a 13, so I think that's very successful.
That's pretty successful. What are you trying to do?
I think what Ian is going to attempt to do is catch up to it, since it seemed to work before, tear off one of its limbs, but before it loses too much cohesion, just beat the thing over the head with its own limb.
Okay, perfect. So you rip, I'm going to say you rip its, instead of an arm, you rip its like, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say you rip its head free, and then you smash down on the creature's body with its own head and like smash it to bits, or begin to it tries to pull itself together, but you keep like slamming down into it, like boom, 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 boom. And while this is going on, it like as you're holding onto it, the skull suddenly like inverts and is facing at you, these gleaming eyes right in front of your face. When in the distance, a burst of green light begins to over the sky, just a wave of green light, like a aurora borealis or something. But it like a wave. It cuts over across, and suddenly everything begins to shudder and quake, and the creature before you and all of the smaller creatures that are kind of running amok within the streets and alleys and the buildings themselves as people are screaming and running around. This wave passes over them all, and many of the pieces begin to fall apart. But the dragon itself, it seems like the exterior begins to fall away, but the central bit begins to like pull together. Whatever was holding it together, all these disparate pieces begins to kind of congeal into a spinning purple miasma in the center of the street. There's like lots of like bits of like the street and appliances like hovering around it in this tight orbit. As that's what's the only thing left from this cyber dragon that you just like ripped to shreds. And after a few confusing, agonizing moments, the ball begins to grow or shift into a form that you recognize. One of Galagon. Enemy of the Dawn Rider. Devourer of worlds.
Not this asshole again.
Where I'm gonna nod you again.
Where's my surfboard?
Surfboard. And then I wish I had the sound effect, but just that mega loud beam that lasts too long. It begins to charge up in Galagon's chest, trained on Olivia. What do you do?
Is that open, or is that asking Olivia what she's gonna do?
Pretty much full Olivia, but anyone can jump into if you have a thing.
Just I have lots of things for defending, especially my the bull's heart rolls. So
All right.
I can help out with whatever she ends up doing, probably.
Okay. Well, you see her currently not doing anything, so
I was just waiting for you guys.
no.
Sorry.
I just did the thing. It's your turn.
Yeah, no, I was just waiting for my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make a shield in front of myself.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah. She's got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Okay. So this is shield. I'm gonna say. What move should this be? I guess this is directly engaged threat because you're not getting out of it.
I don't know.
You're trying to. One of the success things is resist or avoid their blows. So I'm gonna say directly engage the threat.
Unleash your powers.
No.
Okay.
I do that for everything. I'm trying to.
That's all I got. Let's see. I'm gonna roll real bad on literally everything, so. 7.
That's a 7 after a -3. That's
Yep.
a good roll.
Yep.
Okay, so you can choose one of the following.
I would like to resist their blows, please.
All right, cool. So your psychic shield does withstand this mega blast that sends cars, specifically Kia Sorrentos, flying through the street in every which way. Ian, as you kind of like begin to move towards Olivia, like you're kind of like pushed back by the shockwave of this blast, but you can see her just holding it back with this psychic barrier. And we'll do a full-on DBZ Harry Potter. We're just kind of like pushing up against it.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think if Galagon is, still firing his laser, Ian's gonna get around behind him and try and smack him down.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I will say that's directly engage a threat as well.
That's a 10. I'm
That is a
doing
10.
good at the thing I do good at.
You're doing good at that thing. So, I think you just like bring down your hands to bear on its neck and slam Galagon off of his kind of his what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, he just like stumbles and the psychic blast kind of like, or not the psychic blast, his blast like fizzles out, and as he's kind of stumbles and as he takes your blow on the side of his neck, and he kind of like slowly turns around to you as it's kind of this vapor is kind of coming off of his chest, and he reaches out like with a fist about to slam at you, but Rose, what do you do seeing what's going on?
Okay, this is what I do. I teleport back up to where I see Spectra.
Okay.
And I say, can you make me glow like real bright, just like as bright as you can?
Yes, yes.
All right. Do that now. And
Okay.
as soon as she starts that, I'm going to jump to the building that's like right above Galagon, just like shining down, and I just yell, "The Dawn Rider has come! Face me, my ancient foe!" And I'm trying to distract, trick, or mislead Galagon, which is a move I have called Are You Watching Closely? And on a hit, I get some things, so I guess it's a roll plus superior.
Okay, I'll give you a +1 for the
Okay.
glowy.
Okay. So
Yeah, just a bright light appears above Galagon.
that's geez, with a +4, that was still an 8. That was a really bad roll. But on a 7 and 9, I choose 2 from a list I have here, and I'd like to confuse them for some time
Yep, done.
and expose a weakness or flaw.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Well, I think these kind of go hand in hand. That you do confuse it. You confuse Galagon, distracting Galagon, and I think you know that its flaws, that it's kind of singularly minded, hates Dawn Rider's guts. Whoever that person is hates Dawn Rider's guts and cares more about that than anything else that seems to be going on right in front of their face. So Galagon kind of blasts off from the ground, was about to strike at Ian, but looks up and sees Dawn Rider, and then kind of like snarls this robotic sounding like atonal groan almost, and just like blasts off the ground, starts launching up the air at you, Rose. I'm gonna go back to Olivia. What do you do?
I'm gonna. Oh heck. I guess I'm gonna use my other burn to try to do another reality storm.
Okay. Is there a description for reality storm?
Somewhere you channel a destructive burst with your powers. That's it. Spend one
Destructive.
burn to directly engage a threat, rolling
Okay, cool.
freak instead of danger.
I didn't know if it was like changes reality and stuff.
Nope. It's a pretty
All
cool
right.
name though.
Yeah.
It's just a big blast.
Just a big old blast.
10.
That is okay. So.
So what am I doing? Directly engage a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I don't just leave these windows open. Pick 2.
Do you have any? I guess they don't. Any of your conditions affect directly engaging a threat? I guess not. It would probably be auto calculated on your sheet, I'd imagine.
I might.
Yeah, afraid affects directly engage.
Oh yeah, so -2.
It doesn't affect us. I was just curious. Oh, actually, it does affect it. So pick one.
I wanna take something from them.
What?
Tell me if I can do this. His footing.
Okay.
Can I knock him over?
He is flying in the air. So I'm. Let's see. I'm going
Can
to
I put him off kilter?
Yes, because I'm going to kind of interpret this literally, and you blow off his feet where his jets are.
I love it.
Just like this massive blast erupts from the ground up towards him, and he kind of like tries to scoot out of the way. He's like kind of holds up his hands and stuff, but his like feet are underneath him, and they just like his feet just like explode out from underneath him and kind of like melt together, and his propulsive jets fuse and begins to spiral towards the ground. Ian, what do you do?
I think I'm going to attempt to intercept this crashing Galagon with a Shoryuken. Just
Okay.
Massive uppercut.
Perfect. Let's do directly engage. Well, I'm gonna do unleash your powers instead of directly engage because he's kind of a little off kilter. I don't know that he can necessarily. It's gonna be hard for him to hit you back.
Okay. Still a 10.
Jeez,
I'm rolling good after so many sessions.
I know you've rolled terribly for so long, so you've earned this 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and describe what it looks like when you punch him into so many pieces that he no longer isn't a thing.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of that thing of he's coming down. I managed to line it up just right, so I uppercut him into his head, and it just kind of starts telescoping in as the rest of the body catches up with the impact, and so
And
yep.
And then it explodes outwardly in this kind of like ring of, explosiveness. Well done. And you just, from what you can tell, you seem to have completely erased Galagon from existence. And we'll stop that. We'll put on a different song. Rose, still glowing. What do you do?
I teleport back over to Spectron, just like turn off.
Okay.
off.
All right, she does.
All right, we need to get out of here.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Well, you said we didn't have much time. What's going on?
Well, we should try to get in contact with Micron.
Okay, back to the base then.
Sure, let's try that.
Okay, I teleport the two of us back to the base.
Okay, Olivia, you and Ian in the alley. What do you do?
I think Ian is going to go over to Olivia and just say, like, you did great out there. You did most of that.
Is my phone still trying to eat me?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna turn on my phone and try to call Rose.
I think it's still kind of like malformed. But it is not trying to eat you. So you have to like kind of reach in between these like weird kind of jaws to like type it out, and like for some reason, even though it doesn't make any sense, like a picture of kind of like a flip phone, but it's like kind of, and so like you kind of like open it up and like you can still type it. It has like these weird techno teeth on it.
You could sell these for so much on Etsy.
Mm-hmm. Monster phone. Alright, don't say anything. I'm gonna use my weird phone. and try to call Rose.
Bring, bring. Oh, you threw your phone away. But you teleported back to the base, right?
Yeah, back at the base. So I assume my monster phone is also on the ground, just ringing.
Yeah. Yeah, your monster phone is like, it still has all its legs and everything.
1 second. I reach over.
It's like weird spider phone on your face, holding up to your ear.
Deep.
Probably do speakerphone.
Hello?
Rose?
Yeah, what's up?
What the hell's going on?
You tell me?
I'm not gonna pretend like I don't think that wasn't you out here teleporting around in a weird suit with a katana. Or whatever it is you call it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was out at the movies with my aunt.
No, you weren't.
I mean, I am.
Rose, come on.
Listen, I don't have much time. We're about to go grab some dinner. I'll talk to you later though.
Rose.
Hang up.
Click.
Okay, I try to find her location again.
Okay. I think it. I think given with all the things that have been going on, I think all of the cell phone towers are having a strug right now.
So basing it on the information I had earlier,
Yeah.
is the movie theater anywhere near the block she was on earlier?
I will say no.
Because if you say yes, I'm calling sabotage. I told you she didn't want me around.
We can still try and look for her, or we can head back and wait for her to come to us.
I'm going home.
Okay. I'll be along shortly. And I think, Ian is going to go just try and canvass the area, get up to the tallest building, which may or may not be the roof of their base, and see if he can see anything.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Just trying to find maybe some sign of where Rose might have been, because he knows that this was more or less the block where she was.
Okay. Rose, where were you? Did you go back inside the base itself?
Yeah, I think back inside the base.
Okay.
If that's where Spectra said that we needed to go to talk to Micron.
Yeah. So. All right. So I think, Ian, unfortunately, at the moment, you aren't able to find anything. Let me look at these moves. You can try to assess the situation. Let's see. We'll see if we can make something happen anyhow.
Yeah, gonna have to roll real good because I have I have 0 superior and -2 from being guilty. That still says a hit, but did it factor in? Yes, it did. So that's a 7.
Okay, so you can pick one on that list, I think.
I think, what here can I use to find Rose?
Okay. Sean, do you have any ideas? Do you okay. Do you do any spray painting stuff, Rose?
Yeah, I think she does some tagging.
Okay. Maybe you can try to find her tag somewhere. We'll say you take some time to like kind of investigate the roofs of the that block and just kind of like try to find out where she might be. That will take you some time. You eventually will find her mark. But we'll get back to you in a minute. Sean. I mean, Rose, sorry. Yeah. So, you get back inside the base. What do you do right away?
I pull my hood back and I just say, "All right, where can we talk to Micron?"
She gives kind of like a weak gesture towards the computer array that's on the back wall.
Just talk to him. Does he hear us now, or?
She kind of leans back against the wall and kind of slides down and nods.
All right. I walk over to the computer and just kind of tap on it a bit and say, "Micron, you in there?"
Now you're talking, or kind of call out a few times for Micron. And behind you, Spectre kind of calls out. She says, "It's up to you now, Rose."
It's up to me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And as you look, you notice behind her on the wall a streak of blood as she kind of slid down. She kind of opens up her jacket a little bit, and there's a piece of shrapnel of some kind of embedded in her.
No. What happened? What? We got to find somebody. I got to take you to a hospital.
No.
What do you mean, no? I'm not just going to let you bleed out here.
Doesn't even matter where I bleed out.
Why?
This was supposed to happen. It wasn't not exactly like this. But this was supposed to happen eventually.
So you're saying you're supposed to die here?
Not so much here, but around now.
Why? What does that help? What does that change?
You can talk to Micron and he'll show you the math, but I'm sorry we didn't get to spend more time with each other. I'm sorry I couldn't have shown you more.
What? So what? I'm supposed to pick up on this insane quest that you have to fix the timeline and do all this stuff that you were telling me about before?
Please. There's 3 things that I know. Okay? I need you to listen. One, Lucas has to go away. He has to not be in this dimension. You have to get rid of him. Two, Olivia has to die. She winces and says, and 3. Steven has to.
Wake up. As to what? Hannah? I just run over to the computer and I just like slam down on it with my fists. And I say, Micron, you fucking wake up right now.
After a few minutes, it takes way longer than you'd like. There's some voice like, Ross?
Yeah, I'm here. What is going on? I just watched Hannah. I need to get her to a hospital.
And I think you see like some of the cameras in the clubhouse kind of like whir and train and kind of assess the situation. And
you know what? Fuck it. Hold on 1 second. I'm just teleporting over to her, grabbing her, teleporting her into the ER, and then teleporting back.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just.
I'm sorry, Rose. Sorry.
What am I supposed to do?
I can help you with that. If you're on board.
I'm not even sure what on board means. You're telling me I have to send one of my friends away and send my best. I have to send Olivia. I have to kill her?
Look, I don't know the formula. I just know the solution. The end of the formula is these things need to happen. However you get there, or however anyone gets there, that's not as important. But look, I'm sorry that you're just hearing about all this now. I wanted to bring you in on this earlier, but Spectre wanted to leave you out of it. Look, if you aren't up to it, you're not up to it. And I will find someone else. But I will tell you, from what I see, what I know, is that everything is going to be so much better if it's you.
How am I supposed to even know that? So many people have tried to tell me what the right thing to do is, and so many people aren't telling me everything. And I'm tired of people trying to tell me the way that things are supposed to be. I want to decide that for myself. And I have no reason to trust you because, Miguel, I've been... You seem really nice, but you're just on a screen right now, and you could be anybody.
Rose, I don't have a body. Not anymore. I understand. I mean, I can understand as much as I can try to. I know it's different for me when I think about things and when other people think about things, because I just see the math of it all. And I know that when I look at a situation, it often comes off heartless and everything. I'm just, from what we've been given, what we've been shown, this is the only way to make things work.
Work now, the way that you think they're supposed to.
It's not about us thinking they're supposed to. It's about the things that have happened, that are. The second we stray from that in a statistically significant way, we splinter our reality. And frankly, I don't want to see the consequences of that. Hannah, she was trying to get more insight. That's why she wanted to find out what Eternia knew. But I guess that didn't pan out.
What do you mean?
Hannah was supposed to go to your base and get in contact with Eternia to find out what is going on. See if she could provide any more insight than what we've been given so far. But she's dead now.
Yeah, because you told her that she was supposed to be. You told her that she was supposed to die. You told her that... Did you tell her to kill Ian's family?
Look.
No, it's yes or no answer. There's no look.
All I did was show her the math. I told her what needed to happen for reality to right itself. if she filled in a variable or two, like I said, it doesn't matter what happens on the left side of that equal sign as long as it ends up at this result. Because it has to end up at that result. If it doesn't, everything breaks. Everything.
And you're just going to find someone else to do this if I say no.
If I have to. But it needs to be you. You're not supposed to be with the Vigilantes anymore. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about Ian, who's been searching the rooftops for these tags. So we're gonna say that you find it. You're at the top of the building. Sorry, while this kind of conversation is going down a few floors down, Ian, you find kind of this mark that Rose leaves behind, which is what was it? Oh, wait, no, that was Cyberscape. I was thinking like up the butt dick. But yeah. I don't know what sign that Rose leaves, but that you find that.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna, pull the door open and just start heading down.
Okay. As you begin heading down, think Miguel, one of your friends, found this place. It's coming here right now.
Which one?
Lambast. Look, it's a lot to take in. And you know how to get in touch with me if you need to.
Yeah. About that. I'd like to use my moment of truth.
Oh, snap.
And this is going to get a bit weird. And
Okay.
I guess you can tell me whether this is even possible.
What's your moment of truth?
This is when you show them what you really are, whether you're the hero underneath the rebel facade or the one that can make the hard choices heroes can't make. You do whatever it takes to show that truth, whether it's save the day from a terrible villain or stopping a bad guy once and for all. Of course, once you've shown them what you really are, there's no going back to playing the clown. And I think this is what I want to do. And this is, again, like I said, going to get a bit weird.
Wow.
I'd like to use because I know that Micron sort of exists in technology and it isn't pinned down to a body at this point, since he's kind of confirmed that for me. And I know that typically my power negation kind of pushes things away, kind of creates this miasma, where it negates the powers. I'd like to try to use it to cut him off, to contain him in a space with me.
Okay. Yeah. So, is the moment of truth, is that like just a roll, or is it a thing that happens?
It's just a thing that happens, and I guess
okay,
we can
then
work it
yeah,
out narratively.
Narrative. Yeah, just like I think so. I think you kind of approach the console. So, are you trying? What are you trying to do to him exactly?
Well, so here's what I see. I think I grip onto the console, and there's a moment where, as Rose says that, there's that shimmering, that miasma once again, but instead it kind of solidifies and extends. I think she focuses kind of like what she's seen Olivia do and creates this sort of bubble around her and Micron. And again, it's not like solid, but hopefully to contain Micron within the system that is in this big supercomputer or whatever it is. And I think Rose grabs onto it and she begins to focus as hard as she can and wants to teleport away with the system, disconnecting it.
Okay.
And I think she just wants to teleport it like out to like the bottom of the ocean or something.
With herself with it?
That's what she's thinking right now.
Okay.
And I think as she does that, she says, or as like it cuts off, and I don't know if he reacts or anything, but she just says, I'm not going to let you hurt anyone else. And I'm not going to let you hurt my friends.
I think all he manages to get out is a wait, and then as you kind of wrench Miguel's consciousness from the console, there's I think, well, we'll do this real quickly from Lambast's perspective. You hear boom, like, and it kind of shakes the building, and you kind of go down a couple more floors, and you see this spherical hole in the middle of the room. This room there's a mess there with like kind of shattered up arcades and billiards and like couches and everything. You see a streak of blood going down one wall, but a conspicuous hollowed out circle in the middle of the room. But Rose can't be found.
I think just gonna take a few pictures and then start heading back to the sanctuary.
Okay. Okay. So you get back to the sanctuary. Olivia, is that where you were headed?
No, I went home to see if...
You muted.
No! Okay. No, I went... There are so many mute buttons now. I don't even know what I'm doing. No, I went home to see if my dad was home.
Okay. Yes.
Dad?
Yes. Sorry. Olivia, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. Is it 8 p.m.? I actually don't know what time of the day it is. It's probably, I think I imagine his work schedule is probably like he gets up at like 4 a.m. to go to work, and then like, but yeah, it's probably like only 8:30 at night, but he's like kind of already trying to go to sleep. And he's like, what's going on, kiddo?
Can we talk for a second?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you want to go to sleep, it's...
No, that's fine. No. If you want anything to drink, I'm going to get myself some water anyhow.
No.
Okay. Well, pull up a seat. What's going on?
Do you remember that time I was like really sick and there was that experimental treatment that like made me not sick but gave me superpowers instead?
Refresh my memory.
This is really hard.
What's wrong, Liv?
Literally everything.
Yeah, I remember high school.
Not exactly. Not exactly the same as mine. Do you think if we tried to do something to take my powers away, I'd get sick again?
I don't know. What are you saying, Olivia?
I just don't know if I can do this anymore. You told me not to take on too much, and I didn't listen. Dad, I don't think I could do this anymore.
Want the all the heroics and everything? You don't have to do that. If you want to stop, stop.
Just feels like kind of a waste.
Look, what you're doing. Do you love it? Does it make you happy? Or does it feel just like a burden?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Well, let me tell you something. You're young. You're so young. You don't have to carry these kinds of things. Your responsibility, Liv, is staying and taking good care of yourself first. You have to take good care of yourself so that you can be well to take care of others. You can't take care of other people. It's like, like an airplane. Like when those oxygen masks come down, you're supposed to put them on yourself before you put them on the kids, because you can't help people if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself right now and you're burning out from that, that makes total sense. It doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't mean you're not living up to a potential. Just means you're being wise. You're knowing yourself. And as you grow older, you're going to come to this moment, this kind of decision, many, many, many times. Now, in my experience, they didn't involve superpowers. It was more of just kind of a work-life balance ratio sort of thing. So I'm not trying to pretend that I understand everything that you're going through, but I have to believe that your powers aside, you are still a human being, and you still have human needs that every human has. I know people are calling you superhumans, but you're still human.
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
I think he kind of risks to pull you in for a hug.
Okay.
He's like, Look, kiddo. There's going to be all kinds of people throughout this life that are going to have expectations for you. They're going to have things that they want you to do, this and that. But what you need to follow is what's inside. Don't worry about living up to whatever you think other people need you to be. I want you to just live up to what you want for yourself. And I hope that whatever you want for yourself is something that you consider wisely. But you know what? It's also okay to be wrong. You're gonna change your mind. You're so young. You're gonna change your mind throughout your life about what you want to be, and that's okay. It's okay to change your mind. The only things that don't change are dead things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So change is natural. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, hopefully I've shown you how to get through this life and with some semblance of like some sort of base of wisdom and anything, but but you're going to have to apply that to whatever context it is, because I can't foresee every context that you're going to go through. Your world is going to change so much more than I did, or even my parents did, who didn't even have the internet for a short time.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. I think that what's going on with you is going to break that open even further than I can even imagine. So I'm not going to try to pretend that I know what you're going to go through, but I do know that you are capable, you are smart, I think you're wise, I think you're kind and compassionate. And I believe that whatever challenge comes your way, you'll be able to handle it. And that, honestly, I think you could trust yourself more. If there's something that you think is the right thing to do, I trust you.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Sure thing, kiddo. Do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, I'll make some popcorn if you want to pick something off of Amazon. I don't know what's out right now.
Okay.
We'll switch scenes as Lambast makes his way back to base, where he meets up with Lucas. And Lucas, just with kind of a What's the word? With kind of a placid expression. I think just like Lucas hands you a note.
I will read it.
Okay. And written in Rose's handwriting. On a piece of paper, you read, I made a mistake. I'm going to fix it. I'm sorry, Olivia.
Where'd you get this? I assume Rose gave it to you.
Lucas nods. And we're gonna end the session there. But with one final scene. Far, far away. In the Atlantic Ocean. There's like a storm brewing. There's all the on an oil rig. There's all these like people maintaining, kind of running around, trying to like batten down certain sections of the oil rig as this kind of storm rolls by, and these waves kind of crashing up against like the ballast, kind of keeping it from pitching over. There is a loud sound and thrum, a boom that kind of like cascades, and all like the rain that's falling down just kind of like just pushed back and thrown to the side. And in the center of this kind of this catwalk on top of this oil rig in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, a soaking wet Rose is kind of standing there, hands empty. But that's where we're going to close out for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. That's it for me. Sean's going to wrap up this series for us moving forward. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye. Oh, end of session stuff. Do we need to do that? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, did you already close? Oh yeah. No, let's do end of session stuff. We'll do that real quick. Pass. My bad. I forgot about those moves. End of session. Those are under adult. Wait, what? What moves are
An
those?
end of session.
It is under peripheral moves.
Peripheral. There we go. Thank you.
I only know that
All right.
because I put it on there.
All right, Olivia.
Yes.
Choose one.
I
Go
would-
closer.
Yes.
Go into image of yourself. Go away.
I am going to grow into my own image of myself.
Explain how you see yourself and why.
I mean, literally everything that happened that session, pretty much. There are lots of conditions marked on my sheet right now. It's really just a cluster of conditions and changing views of Olivia's self-image. And then I think that talk with her dad really kind of solidified some stuff for her moving forward and how she's going to handle herself and how she's growing up
Fantastic.
a little bit.
So you may shift one label up and one down.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift my superior down and my danger up. I also got an advancement. Can I say which one I'm doing? Because I already know.
You may.
Yay!
Yay.
Someone permanently loses influence over you.
Rip.
Rose can no longer have influence over me. And I get to add +1 to a label. And I'm gonna add it to my freak.
Nice.
Because of my supercharging powers that happened.
Love it.
And that's it
Fantastic. Let's go to Ian. Ian, did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
Hell if I know. I think grow into your own image.
All right, explain how you see yourself and why.
I think, despite his best efforts, Ian still feels like he hasn't been able to do much other than break things. So I think probably deciding between superior or mundane down. I think mundane down and danger up.
All right, excellent. Party's getting more dangerous. All right, that brings us to Rose. Did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I think own image is what I'm going with for Rose for her final end of session move, at least for this go around. I think she is. It's pretty obvious what moving, trying to take that more heroic role and care a little bit more about the rest of the team and less about what she wants. And so I think she's gonna move her savior up from a -2 to a -1. And she's going to move her mundane down to a 0. She also, because I used my moment of truth, permanently locks my superior at a +3.
Nice.
So
fantastic.
That is it.
That's wonderful. Well, that's fantastic. Any other things that you all would like to go over? All right. Well, thank you all so much for having a fun time with us, and we will see you all next time. Good night, you people.
Good night, you people.